Salam sejahtera to Encik Haris Fadilah bin Hassan. My name is Vinoshan son of Nadason and I am from class GDT4B. Today, I will be explaining and presenting regarding my problem-based task for the subject of cloud computing, and the code for this subject is DFN40253. Today, I'll be explaining regarding problem-based task for the subject of cloud computing in detail. So first of all, let's have a look at the question. The question says that we need to design a VPC based on the details given below. We need to create a video presentation tutorial along with the explanation for each step is taken and upload it on the Google Drive and share the link with editor mode. The duration of the video should only be 30 minutes, and we can use any available software to do this, complete this problem-based task for the subject of cloud computing. In this case, I'll be using AWS. In other words, we call it as Amazon Web Services to complete this task. So first of all, let's go to, okay, so this is my Amazon Web Services. So first of all, make sure we have already changed the region to Singapore. So first of all, we will be creating a VPC. So we'll go to VPC. We will press the side tab here, your VPC. Okay, so we will go to create a VPC. Okay, and I will name my VPC as my VPC 1, and the IPv4 CIDR is 10.0.0.0/16. Okay, and create VPC. Okay, next off, we will create the okay, next we'll be creating internet gateways. So we'll go to create internet gateway. We will name the internet gateway as my VPC1 IGW, and we will create the internet gateway, and then we will attach the VPC together with internet gateway. So this is the VPC and attach internet gateway. So we have done attaching internet gateway. Okay. Next, we will go to the route table. In the route table, we can see there's already one route table. So we will name this route as main RT. Okay, and then we need to create another sorry. Okay, before we create another route table, we need to go to route and then edit route, and then here we will put the IP address 0.0.0.0/0, and then choose internet gateway. This is the internet gateway, and save the changes. So we have already saved the changes are saved successfully into the main RT. Now we have to create another one more route table. So we'll create route table. Here we will name it as my VPC 1 RT2, and we will select a VPC, okay, the VPC that we have already done, and create route table. Okay, so we can see that it is created. Okay, so now we can see that there is already two route tables. Okay, so we have already created route table. Next, we will have to go to subnets. In the subnet, we will be creating, as per the question, in the subnet, we will be creating my VPC1 public and my VPC1 private. So how to create that is, we will go to subnet, create subnet, select the VPC that we want, my VPC1, and we'll name the subnet as my VPC1 public. Okay, and then the CIDR block is 10.0.1.0 /24. Okay, and then we will click create subnet to create the subnet. Okay, now we can see that there's my VPC1 public. We need to create another one more subnet, which is my VPC1 private. So we will select a VPC and then we name my VPC1 private. Okay, and then the CIDR block is 10.0.2.0 /24. Okay, and then we will create subnet. Now we can see that there is already two subnets, which is my VPC1 public, my VPC1 private. Okay, now we need to go to uh, okay, next we'll be creating EC2 instance. So we go to EC2 and then launch instance. Okay, okay. So as we can see in the question, EC2, we need to create my VPC1 web, my VPC1 DB, my VPC1 net, and my VPC1 web XG. So here we will name it first. We will start with my VPC1 web. Okay, so my VPC1 web. Okay, the application and OS images we will leave it as default. Instance type we will leave it as default. Key pair login we have already done my VPC1. And then the network settings, we will have to change. Okay, so the network settings will be VPC1. The network settings will be VPC1. Okay, and then so this one we'll be choosing public. Okay, and then we need to enable auto assign public IP. This one we will need to change the security group name to my VPC1 web SG. My VPC1 web SG. So the same we will have to do for so the same we need to do for description my VPC1 web SG. Okay. For the security group rule, we will put SSH anywhere. The source that is SSH and the source type is anywhere. We will have to add another security group rule, which is HTTP. And and we will set that also as anywhere. Okay, so the configure storage and also the advanced details will be set default, no need to change anything, and then we launch instance. Okay, the instance is successfully uh, um, initiated. Next, we will all launch instance for DB. Okay, so I'll name it as my VPC one DB. Okay, and then the application and OS images will be set to default. Instance type is default. Key pair we have already set, which is my PC1, and then the network settings will be the VPC will be my VPC1. Subnet will be private. Okay, and then we will change this to my VPC DBSG. Okay, so this one will be my VPC one DBSG. Okay, same for this one. Okay, so we'll name this also as my VPC one DBSG. Okay, so now for the security group, we will put the type as SSH, but the source type we will change it to custom, and the source we will put as 10.0.1.0 /24, which is the public IPv4 address. Okay, next is custom TCP. We'll change it to all ICMP IPv4 with custom 10.0.1.0 /24. Okay, the third one is HTTP. Okay, custom also 10.0.1.0/24. And last one is MySQL Aurora. Okay, MySQL Aurora. So set to custom 10.0.1.0/24. Okay, so the configure storage and the advanced detail is left set to default. So there's no changes here. And then we can launch the instance. Okay, so the instance is launched. So we can see here that my VPC1 DB is also here already. Now we need to create another one more, which is my VPC net. Okay, so we will name this as my VPC1 net. So the application and OS images will be the same. They are set to default. There's no changes. Instant type also will be set to default. No changes. Key pair is my VPC1. And then network settings is okay. So the network settings will be for net will be private. Okay. And this one will be VPC1. Okay. And then for the security group rule 1, we will remove because we don't need. Okay, and then the configure storage and advanced detail will be set to default, and we can launch the instance. Okay, so the instance is successfully created. So now we can see that there are three instances that we have created, which is myVPC1 web, myVPC1 DB, and myVPC1 net. Okay, next we will need to go to VPC. We will need to go to VPC and then go to the site tab subnet. Okay, and then choose myVPC1 public. And then right click and edit subnet settings. Okay, why we are editing the subnet settings is because we want to auto assign the IP settings. We want to enable the auto assign public IPv4 address. Okay, so once we have done that, we will save. Okay, the changes have been saved successfully. So now we will go back to EC2. Okay, we'll go to instances. Okay, and then we right click at web, and then we will connect. Okay, connect. And now we can see that we have already entered inside the myVPC one web. So now we will enter the command sudo su. Okay. And then we are now going to install the HTTPD. So yum install HTTPD. Okay. So we'll enter, and then we will have to put yes, so that it will install all the HTTPD. Okay, now we can see that the installation is complete. So now we will enter systemctl start HTTPD to start the HTTPD. Okay, and then systemctl status HTTPD. Okay, so we want to see the status of the HTTPD. So, okay, so this is the status. Now we are going to edit our website. So in order to edit the website, we need to put nano var okay, www/html okay, www/html/index dot html. Okay, so then we can edit our web server. This is XYZ web server. Okay, so to save the file, we will need to press Control O. Okay, so the file is saved. Now we enter Control X to go out from the reading from the website that we have edited. Okay, now okay, so now we will enter the command service HTTPD restart in order to restart the service. Okay, so service HTTPD restart. Okay, so we can see that service has restarted. Okay, now we will go. Okay, we will go out. Okay, we will go to web. In instances, we'll go to web. Okay, we copy the public IP address. Open a new tab. Paste the IP address and ping. So we can see here that the ping is successful. The website that we have edited just now is also successful. So we can see here, this is XYZ web server. The name is Vinoshan son of Nadason, and the metric number is 19DDT21F1015. Okay, okay. Next, I will show a tutorial on how to connect my VPC one to SSH client. So first of all, we need to open the command prompt, and then we need to locate the file. Okay, so in order to locate the file, we will enter the command cd downloads. Okay, and then we enter the command ssh ec2 user, and then we copy the public IPv4 address. Okay, so we copy the public IPv4 address, which is here. So the IP address is 18.141 175.215, okay, dash I my VPC dot PEM. Okay, and then we enter. Okay, yes. Okay, so we can see that we have already entered inside the my VPC one in the command prompt. Okay, next. Okay, next is we are going to enter the command nano my VPC one.pem. Okay, and then we will open the download file, the my VPC one PEM file. Okay, and then we will have to copy and paste the all this into the command prompt. So we'll copy here. Okay. And we'll paste it here. And once we have pasted, we will press Ctrl O to save. Ctrl O to save. Enter and Ctrl X to go out. Okay, next. Now we will enter the command chmod. Now we will enter the command chmod 400 by VPC 1.pem. Okay, and enter. So why we are entering the chmod 400 my VPC1 is because we only want to give permit for the users to read the file. Okay, next is okay. Now we will enter inside the private DB. So how to enter inside the private DB is SSH EC2 user SSH EC2 user add. We will copy the IP private IP address of the my VPC1 DB. So in this case it's 10.0.2.143. Okay, dash I my VPC 1.pem. Okay, my VPC.1.pem. Okay, so we will enter the command yes. Okay, and we have already entered inside the private DB. Okay, right. Now we are going to test the connection ping. Okay, so in order to test the connection, we are going to put command ping. Okay, so we will copy the my VPC1 web IP address. Okay, public IP address, which is 18.141.175.215. Okay, and we will ping. Okay, so we can see that the ping is successful. Now we will ping for the private DB. Okay, so ping 10.0.2.143. Okay, enter. So we can see that the replies are coming. So that means the ping is successful. So we can see that the ping from web server to private DB is also successful. So that's all from me. Thank you to Encik Haris for giving us the opportunity to present and explain our problem-based task, and also having a bright knowledge regarding how to use AWS for our future upcomings. Thank you so much to Encik Haris once again. Thank you.